Okay, so there we go. Umbra, Hellhorned, fast draw, friendly units enter with quick. Brawl, all units get +5, +10, and Pyre gets +10 attack. And Acid Rain, deal 2 damage to all units after combat. So let's jump in. We start out with Mind Collapse, Vent, and Gem Trove. As our starting cards. So, ooh. Hell Rush with Mutators, huh? Mind Collapse, Torches, Vents, these are all pretty bad cards with Brawl. So that's definitely something to consider. And we're also in a pretty competitive game here. As we heard before, these players are all very adept at playing Hell Rush. I think we'll go with Volatile Gorge here. Means at least the Gem Trove will be very playable. And I think I'm gonna go with Architect here as well. Let's take this trial, that should work out for us. Let's set up here on the bottom floor. Play the Gem Trove and a bunch of morsels. These morsels are actually doing a significant amount of damage right now, thanks to the Brawl modifier. We need a little bit of extra damage on that floor. Same here on the bottom floor. How do I do this? Probably add a Train Steward here and Mind Collapse this guy. That works out fine. Let's gain some damage shields here. And we should get the kill here on the bottom floor. Not quite. We're only a few points of damage off though, so Mind Collapse will fix that. Packed morsels, Prismal Dust, and Making of a Morsel. I think Making of a Morsel seems nice with the Volatile Gorge. Maybe it's Prismal Dust though, that could work out well. No, not that great with Acid Rain, but it's good against Brawl and with Quick. Maybe it's actually worth going for the Prismal Dust here. Where do we go next? Merchant of Steel and Umbra banner, Merchant of Magic and Forgotten Boons. I do like the Merchant of Steel and the Umbra banner. Let's actually pick up the Making of a Morsel. I think it's pretty good. Ritual of Battle. That's a powerful spell with Volatile Gorge. It's a lot of attack. Let's take it. Horned Warrior, Rail Beater, Morsel Master. Let's take a Morsel Master. Everyone goes to the right. I do like a Shadow Eater, but I think Brawl makes it a bit weaker. That's for sure. Maybe we want a Crucible Collector instead. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. Crucible Collector does want extra health. I can't afford a reroll and a big upgrade, so I will purchase a removal here. remove one of the torches because they are really bad against the brawl enemies. Mark of Invasion. That's gonna be quite a bit of damage we take to that. And there's not much we can do about it. Except maybe set up on the top floor? I mean, that should work out. We do have quick on all our units, so these units are not that scary. Can have train seals thinning out the bottom floor a little bit. We need to find some morsels here. Lifesteal is pretty useful. We do get a kill on everyone here, so start buffing up the frontliner so we can lifesteal some more as well. Double making of a morsel is great here. Maybe I should have played a morsel here, to be honest. Maybe I can kill some of these guys off. Probably better to use Gem Trove here. And we should easily win on the top floor. It's only a top floor kill, but we did take 8 damage to the first wave. Space Prison seems pretty useful. We are going for a heavily overstacked floor with the Architect Penumbra and Morsel Master, so a bit more space wouldn't hurt. It's not gonna be useful right away, but it's gonna be useful very soon. I wouldn't mind the free relic. Maybe that's better than the shop upgrades right now. Let's look at the next floor. There is a Merchant of Steel here, which could be used to upgrade the Crucible Collector. But there's also card removal and dupe, so maybe it's best to go for the upgrades right now, so we have something to dupe next floor. Holdover and Gem Trove seems very powerful. Let's also cost reduce it because we want to be playing it every turn. Consume removal, not necessary in my opinion. Let's also the making of a morsel, maybe better to use it on the Ritual of Battle because we will have our morsel slots full anyways. Let's also upgrade one of these vents so it actually does a relevant amount of damage. Demon Fiend. I mean, we could have a Demon Fiend on another floor. It's just a decent unit with Volatile Gorge. Okay, Cleansing Water is nice. Helps us take more challenges a bit easier. We did purge all the rage from these guys, which is pretty nice. I don't think I can set up easily on the bottom floor, so let's set up on the second floor here. Yeah, this Muscle Master is a bit expensive. We use the Demon Fiend on the bottom floor to weaken the incoming enemies a bit. It will die relatively soon, but with Quick it can survive a few turns. Especially with the help of some of the morsels we might get. Health morsel seems fine here. So that guy doesn't die to acid rain. Not really anything I can do with that. I should have played the train steward. I didn't see it was 0 cost. Otherwise I definitely would have played it. Let's play these morsels on the bottom. Lifesteal here. The infiltrator is a bit of a problem. We need to take care of that wave. Let's play some morsels to take out some of these units. Mine collapse, another one. Oh, actually, the infiltrate, the haste guy. Yeah, that helps. We did lose our demon friend, which is a bit of a problem. We still have to deal with the top floor. I guess we can. And we should have everything we need to win on that second floor. So I'm not worried about time. Easily. Never Nathaniel managed to surpass us for now. Transcendent is nice with the Architect, but Furnace Tap is really where it's at. I don't think I want any of these. We don't need extra capacity, we will be getting that from the Penumbra. We do have a lot of draw, let's take Ember so we can play out these cards more easily. And I do want to go for the removals. And none of these. Let's start removing some of the cards that have almost no impact, like these torches. I think we dupe the Furnace Tap. It's just that powerful. And I want to get the next Architect level. For backline damage as well as for more room. Spikes will be made a bit easier thanks to our cleansing water. Making of a morsel. You know what? Let's start the Furnace Tap already. And let's play a Train Sword here on the next floor to cover for a potential collector. We only got one 0-cost card. We do have the Vent though. We are missing out on the collector this turn, which is a bit annoying. I do want to get this kill, even if I have to burn some resources to do it. Space Prism, Gem Trove, let's drop a Morsel Master, a Morsel Miner and an Excavator, and then we put another Furnace Tap out. This guy still survived. We should have the kill here, and we do. Nate's still in the lead. Railhammer, we don't really have anything that generates armor. Let's skip that. We're also not that likely to pick anything up. Excavation Eruption. It's gonna be hard. I can still kill back lions even with Brawl. Yeah, you know, it's just a very solid card. Tiresome Climb, Battering Ram, Branding Right. I don't mind having a Tiresome Climb in this deck. Yeah, let's go to the right. It's about time to start cutting some of these train stewards, maybe the mine collapses as well. I would like magic power for the mine collapse though. Would allow us to keep using them even when we are under the effect of Ember Drain. So we do have a significant lead to Bane and None in the end, so we need to focus on catching up to Nate though. 10 damage is not quite enough. I would rather have a consume upgrade. Let's cost reduce the excavation eruption so we can more often play for 0. Double stack. Double stacking the furnace tab. Yeah, it's just good. It's just good. And then excavation eruption will often be our energy gain, so I do want the cost reduction on it. Mine collapse can be our other energy gain, so I don't want to remove it right away. These shade splitters are very weak right now. I'd rather have the train stewards in the deck at the moment than the shade splitters. Oh, the crystal cloak. This is gonna be tough. Lifesteal won't get us through the crystal cloak, so I'm a bit worried here. Set up on the second floor. Let's also send the sycophant so we can kill that guy on a floor where there's not much else going on. There's the Crucible Collector. Let's also play the Furnace Tab. We do have the kill on the Collector, yeah. And I want the morsels over the Morsel Master right now, I think. No, not really. We do have quick on all our units after all, so that's a bit less of a concern. If we have enough damage, we don't need that much defense. Let's ascend one of those guys so we don't have to face them all on the same floor. Should have played the Vamp first though. Let's play Excavation Eruption. Didn't manage to get a kill sadly. This... This boss worries me. I was really hoping to be able to tiresome climb him, but to get the dazed. Gem Trove is very useful though, and we do have the kill here. Still just a little bit behind Nate. Traitor's Quill. We do have a few cards with Consume. Our boss isn't a Consume Seraph. Furnace taps. Yeah, I think that helps. Excavation Eruption, Umbra Stone, Prism Retrieval. I don't mind Prism Retrieval here, surprisingly. Well, at worst case, it's a 0 cost deal 30. Yeah, I will take it. None of these appeal to me. So it's just me, Nate, and Bane left alive. I think I do wanna go for the unit upgrades now. Still have a bunch of cards to remove though, and cost reductions are important. On the Tiresome Climb, for example. Also, Permafrost. Permafrost is a double-edged sword with Volatile Gorge. This one needs to deal 20 damage as well. Let's also upgrade the Mind Collapse. I don't want consume removal on the Furnace taps. I don't have enough energy generation to consistently make that work. Let's remove 2 Train Stewards. Actually, first, there's still a Shade Splitter that I want to remove first. Scorch cards. This is gonna be scary. We can't play the Furnace tap too early, but we might have to. It's difficult. Let's set up on the bottom floor here. It's very clear we want that. I guess we play the Penance. Let's also play the Space Prism and Went. I do want to keep the other Went in the deck. Let's play a big Prism Retrieval. It's just a Train Stealer, but still nice to have. That's Daisy, so the Train Stealer can actually get the kill there. I should have played the Mind Collapse as well, but... Excavation Eruption should give us a nice chunk of Ember here. Gem Trove. Okay, this is looking good. I think we are now in a position where we don't need the Furnace tap to be able to win here on the bottom floor. This clipped Guardian though. Yeah. We do have the Wents to take care of that. Oh, this would be so much damage to Fell. It's hard to pass up, but I definitely don't want to take damage, and we will take damage if we Furnace tap here. I think this is just a fight where we only Furnace tap in the last turn. And this is the final penance we get. So now we can start thinking about Furnace tap, but these are a bit high cost to play them right now. I should hurry up here. Well, we will win next turn, so... let's play the Furnace Tap just for fun. And we are now firmly in the lead. Shroud Spike, Spike of the Hellhorned. Shroud Spike might actually be pretty good. And I do want more Ember, still. We do have a lot of card draw, we do have a lot of capacity. Especially with the Shroud Spike, the Ember is important to me. I still want more removals and I want unit upgrades. Even though the relics would be tempting, I can't really afford them because my gold is relatively low. Hey Bane, thanks for the raid. Yeah, I think for the Crucible Collector, just having more attack is pretty good. Loudstone can go on the Demon Theme, but I'd rather reroll for... we don't need Quick. Definitely don't need Quick. Let's upgrade the Demon Fiend some more, and then we are done here. I can imagine, yeah. Welcome to the stream, you two. Oh, that's a nice start. Excavation Eruption. Too bad we don't have any morsel generation right now. Because that will make things even sweeter. Let's also get this guy out of the way and kill him with the Demon Fiend. Play the Space Prism and draw a Brainstorm, that's okay. Let's put it on the top floor. And there is our first Furnace Tap. There are no Scorches in this fight, so we can safely Furnace Tap here. Let's also kill this guy. There's the second Furnace Tap, costing 0. Very nice. Making off a morsel, and then we just Shroud Spike that for a huge amount of stats. I think this is looking pretty good. The Volatile Gorge is very kind to me this combat. Yeah, no need to play any of these. Should focus on the relevant things, but we do have a lot of time left over, so I'm not worried. And we should have the win here easily. Void Binding. Normally I would happily take this in a deck with 2 Furnace Taps, but probably not with Volatile Gorge. Let's skip. Inferno. No, not really. We are setting up on the bottom floor. Well, are we? On the Seraph fight? Probably. I don't... We are in a position where we can just safely take the guaranteed bottom floor kill we can get easily with this deck. We don't need to optimize for a flying kill because we have a 3000 point lead. So it should be pretty hard for Nate to catch up to us. If the point difference were a lot less, or if I were behind, I would probably optimize for a flying kill, because that's certainly possible with a double stacked furnace tap, maybe even two if we dupe it. Maybe I should still try. Double stack the other furnace tap as well, why not? And yeah, let's actually cost reduce it so we can more easily play those. Don't really think I need any more upgrades, so I will not reroll. I will reroll the summon abilities trigger an additional time with the architect is hilarious, but let's get another furnace tap. We might get a flying kill by accident. I do want a flying kill because I know I can get it. So even though it might be a mistake to go for it, I will still do it. I'm just that kind of guy. Probably a bit too early. Is it? Nah, it's fine. We don't really need the other unit, because we will just kill everyone before they deal damage to us. And Demon Fiend being 0 cost is very nice. One more Furnace tap. Gemtrove. Play this guy out as well, just for the extra damage he provides. And we Mind Collapse this guy so we can play the Ritual of Battle as well. No, I don't intend to stay streaming. Let's Tiresome Climb you out of the way so you're not in the way next turn. And let's kill one of you so we can actually play a Gemtrove. And okay. Seraph is on the right floor this turn. Let's use a vent to clear off these units and we win. That's a 7-turn boss rush, baby! Unless Nate gets a 10-turn boss rush and makes some additional money in this battle, he can't beat me. Because 18,000 points is the maximum you can get, and that would put him 210 points short. Spoiler, you won't be. Yeah. Unless he managed to pick up a gold generating card from Hellhorned, no, not Hellhorned, Caverns, then he can't beat the score. Yeah, it was a pretty interesting Hell Rush with these modifiers. Definitely a bit unusual. Bane, which champion path did you go with? Also Architect? Oh, ascended a unit instead of creating a morsel. That doesn't sound too great. Sounds like it can lead to taking quite a bit of pyre damage. And they finished at 43,000 points. You went with Gorge but Trample later. Okay, interesting. My train of thought was if I just put enough units on the same floor with Brawl and with Quick on all my units, I won't need to care as much about defense, and that worked out very well, especially with these, furnace taps, because they gave me so much damage that I didn't need to care about defense at all. Even though I had a defensive unit in the Crucible Collector, it was very helpful in the earlier stages of the game, but became a bit obsolete by the end. But the Architect Penumbra just gave me enough room to put it on the floor anyways. So yeah, very nice deck, very interesting run, uh, interesting challenge Nate has created here. And because this is actually a challenge and not a normal Hell Rush, I can look at the other player's deck, so let's do that. Nate also went with the Penumbra, he also went with Volatile Gorge. He did find a split Anvil. Yeah, I didn't have that. I did skip a Relic I could have picked up though. He also went with Furnace Taps, but he went with a full-on consume removal double stack plan. He picked up an Inferno. He had a very similar game plan to ours. Very similar indeed. He also went with the Crucible Collector. He went for the Horned Warrior though. Yeah, this deck is extremely similar to mine. Interesting. Next up, there's Bane's deck with the Trample Gorge Penumbra, Ember Forge. Bane didn't go for the Volatile Gorge. He instead went for the Chain of Gems, which is a very good artifact, but in the rush of a Hell Rush, I oftentimes mess the order of the units up and don't really take advantage of it. So I rate it a bit lower in Hell Rush, even though it's very powerful usually. And he went full on morsels with double Morsel Master and Morsel Maker. Shadow Eater, tiny Shadow Eater. And yeah, also an interesting deck. And these decks didn't really make it far enough to be fully developed. But this deck looks like it would have turned out quite similar to the one we had, and Nate had as well with the Volatile Gauge, Crucible Collectors, Architect, Penumbra. And now Ninian went with Chain of Gems and the Architect. And he went with Imps, which is also interesting. They do work well with Brawl, if you want them to deal damage instead of them just dying. And another Volatile Gauge Architect deck from Cinis. Yeah, that was a very fun run. I think Hell Rush is just much more engaging if you play it with people you know or care about.